Hello, folks. This is Kevin from Good Day, Good Prayers, and I hope you're having a good day. Today we're talking about the Epstein paperwork that is going to be coming out by or before December 19th. Does it include the Epstein list? There are a lot of things that are being stated right now. First of all, that the Epstein list does not exist. Second of all, that there is no Epstein list because of the fact that Epstein destroyed it. Well, that means then that the so-called Epstein list does not have to come out by the 19th. Only the paperwork that is a part of the various trials and the various investigations that the FBI did is all that has to come out. What the Alliance has, and they're keeping it in their back pocket, is a list that was gotten from Epstein before someone had gotten him put in prison. And so there's going to be some other things coming out. Now, next year is most likely when it'll be coming out. This month, President Trump is going to hopefully complete the Venezuela situation so that that's done. And it looks now like the Ukraine war is going to end as well. But there are some investigations that are not going to go away because a lot of people within the U.S. government, the globalists and the deep state, were in the Ukraine, and they were using the underground as something that the people would use for labs, for sex trafficking and drug trafficking, and a number of other things. And that group of laboratories just happens to be under property that was owned by a number of people from Washington, D.C. They had purchased that land, and then they used that land for the various nefarious things that the globalists wanted to do. So now we're going to have that come out. We're going to have an actual Epstein list come out, but it's going to be after the war is over. It's going to be after the Venezuela situation is completed and during the time that the illegals are being sent back to their nations. So it's going to be very interesting, especially the rest of this month and the next 5 or 6 months in 2026. We're going to see a lot of amazing things happen. And those things that are going to happen are going to be shocking, and they're going to happen fast. The original list was a list of people that Epstein knew, and that list was not a complete list. It wasn't the Epstein list as far as who went to the island or who went to the various mansions that he had, especially not the ranch in New Mexico. So it's going to be very interesting. The Democrats are sure that Donald Trump was a part of it because he was on that original list. But he was on the original list for something that they possibly weren't expecting. They went ahead, put together the idea that they would get the Epstein files released. And now that they have voted for that, is it going to backfire? A lot of them believe that the Epstein list was destroyed and they're not going to be found to be in some of the papers that are being released. But what about when the alliance releases the list? Who's going to be on it? It'll be very interesting to find out. And I think it's going to be an opportunity for some people to say to other people, uh-oh. This is Kevin from Good Day, Good Prayers, and I want you to have a good day. It always starts with good prayers, and if they reach the throne of God, that's going to be your key. You're going to have a good day. And so with that said, good day.